Yo, yo, yo. So, what I want to talk about today is a little bit about Tesla stock, a little bit about NIO stock. But let's talk about battery swap. Battery swap is the main thing. So, NIO does battery swap, and most other car manufacturers do not do battery swap right now. Battery swap is the ability to swap out your battery. Basically, you drive your car into what looks like a gas station, and through an automated process, the machine can take your battery out and put in a new fresh battery, and you can keep driving. Okay. That's battery swap for anybody that didn't know what battery swap was. So NIO is a company in China that makes their cars that have swappable batteries. They also make the swap station, that the gas station thing that stores 20 to 30 batteries inside the swap station, and when people drive up, the batteries get swapped out. Um, Without going into a lot of details, unless people want some more details, but the main thing I want to say is people, they compare battery swap with charging. They say a battery swap is not needed because we could just charge it. We could just charge it. Charging's getting faster. You can charge in 10 minutes to 80% on a Tesla fast charger, and probably some NIO chargers and other chargers and Xpeng out. I completely agree. I completely agree. You have another narrative that's going on in the U.S., which is EV demand is slowing down. EV demand is slowing down. Blah blah blah. Let me explain something to you guys, like point blank, and those of you that understand will get this. Those of you that don't want to see the truth won't get it. Most things in life are driven by price, what you can afford. Don't matter if the battery can be swapped or not. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter if the car's got the better technology or not. If you can't afford it, you ain't buying it. Average U.S. car price is $40 something thousand dollars, $45,000, let's just say. Average U.S. salary of a man is $42,000 to $52,000. Average household income is around, I think, 55 or $60,000, something like that. That's a two-people household. So you see where I'm going. If the average car is $45,000, the average man only makes $45,000. You could put female in there too. I just said man because I'm looking up statistics for men for various reasons. But average household income is $60,000. Two people, two parent, whatever you want to call it, two head of household. But your car costs $40 something thousand dollars. So if you're a single person, the car costs as much as you make in a year. It's expensive. People are pretty much stretched to their limit. Yeah, we buy stuff here in America. People gonna buy it. They're gonna buy what is the cheapest they can buy. So if the cheapest car they can buy is new car is $30,000, that's what they're gonna get. Now you can buy Envo in China, which is a sub brand of NIO, for $30,000 with the battery. You're buying the battery. You can buy it for $30,000. If you've seen all the tech that's in that car, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google Envo, NIO Envo. Go to YouTube, look at some videos on that car. If you're an American and you're watching this video and you go YouTube NIO, NIO, Envo, ONVO, and you go look at that car, it's gonna make you sick to your stomach because you know the cars, you know what we have available here. When you see what that car has, you're gonna get sick to your stomach because it's the equivalent of it's almost equivalent of us using a Sony Ericsson flip phone, Nokia flip phone over here, and knowing that they're already on iPhone iPhone 8 or 9 in China. Maybe a little bit more, but they're already on iPhones, and we still on Sony Ericsson flip phones. We might be on the Sidekick, if y'all remember the Sidekick. So I'm making an analogy with using cell phones to let people understand the technology in cars, where it is in the US. It's abysmal. Now Tesla got an awesome car. People flip out when they get in a Tesla because it's like you're in the future. You know, it's like you're riding in the future. Unfortunately for us, most new cars in China are like a Tesla or better. So it's nothing new for them. The thing Tesla got going in China is, Chinese people tend to like American brands when they're good. And Tesla is a good, good American brand. Okay. But back to battery swap, because we could talk about that all day. Nobody cares if their battery can be swapped. Well, I'm not going to say nobody cares. Let's put it this way. If you sold an Envo, a NIO, a Firefly and Envo or NIO sub brands, what if you sold any of those cars in America and the price was between $20,000 and $30,000, and the tech that they have in those cars, which is on par with Tesla, it is, because Tesla's like base level in China. If that tech looks like that and people see those screens and that semi-autopilot, whatever you want to call it, the voice activation, the Nomi, different things you could possibly get. I don't know if you can get Nomi in Firefly or Envo, but Nomi is their voice assistant, which Tesla doesn't even have. When you see how the car looks, okay, the flat screen and all that, we're not used to that here. We got cars with flat screens now, but they suck. Okay, Tesla's got the best kind of like, experience, and you got to pay for that. But if you sold those other cars here for that price point, 20 to 30, God forbid 15, new car, people are buying it. Doesn't matter whether the effing battery can be swapped out. I don't care. I don't care right now if my engine in my car is swappable. I don't care. What's the price of the car? Because here's the thing. Even if they never swapped it out at all, they didn't even know it's swappable. Let's just go there. They don't even know it's swappable. They don't know the battery's easily removed. Well, they go to charger and charge it, just like every other EV maker. So for all the people that are arguing, we don't need swap because who cares? The battery is easily removable, just in case. That's a bonus. That's a plus. Even if there was never any swap stations built in America, why would I care that my battery is swappable? If it's not costing me any money, if it's actually cheaper to buy the car, because they can make things 25 to 30% cheaper out of China. Or even probably in America, they can make it 15 to 20% cheaper because of their manufacturing process. So it's not all about cheap labor, by the way. But why would I care if it's swappable or not? I get it. If you're a NIO bull, you want to tell me all the advantages of swappable battery. But here's the reality. Most people don't care. They care about the price of that car. Right now, the majority of people don't buy electric cars because they're too expensive. And then there's the hassle with charging. Now, you show me a $15,000 brand new, nice inside, got some of the features of Tesla, but $15,000 brand new. You can't even buy a $15,000 brand new gas car that's worth anything in the United States, okay? So you give me that car $15K, I'll find a place to charge it in. I mean, I'm going to tell you, demand will go through the roof. People will try to charge it off of a power bank, a cell phone power bank, because people are going to buy off a price, man. Like, I've seen people buy crap they don't even need because the price was cheap. You tell them they can get a new car? Forget about even electrics. Give me a new, a decent, the car you can buy today for $30,000 new in the U.S. If that car was $15,000, car sales would go through the roof. It's the price, people. It's the price. The price. Unfortunately for us in the U.S., our government and the powers that be have decided that a car price is going to be in the $40,000 range. That's just what it is. I could talk about that all day, but that's what's kind of been decided because that's why you see car prices at that price. So that needs to change. I don't know if it'll change. I think if China is allowed to come over here, I think they're probably just gonna say, hey, you have to sell your car at a certain price. They're gonna tell that to the Chinese car manufacturers, and we still gonna end up paying 40 something $1,000 for a new car, but at least it'll be a better quality car, I would say. But something tells me that they're gonna, because even if NIO could sell a car over here for 20K, the government's gonna say, you need to sell it at 40K, and they're gonna have them give, the government's gonna have NIO and them give our government some of that money through a tariff or something. I don't know if it's a tariff or how they're gonna, but they want a piece of the pie, man. It's extortion, straight up. Like, Americans are used to paying more for stuff, so we don't even get me started. I've been to Thailand, Philippines, Singapore, like so many places, and it's like we just overpay for stuff here. We you could say it's not overpaying. You could say, well, Elliot, we make more money here and stuff. Yeah, we do. We do. If you want to compare the dollar to other places, but when you compare the quality of what you're getting, no, you're not necessarily getting more. Yeah, if you could take your dollar to some other countries, yeah, you'd be doing fine. But most people can't do that. They live here in America. So another guy on a video, I commented on some Tesla channel video, and I said cars here are too expensive, and a guy commented, well, you can buy a $16,000 used Tesla now, and that's cheaper than a used car price. Most used car prices in Atlanta, most new car prices in Atlanta, maybe used car prices too, I don't know. And he's right. $16,000 used Tesla. He's absolutely right. He's right. So most people can't get in. Most people probably could afford that or get into an EV. Here's the problem with that scenario. Well, there's only one EV worth buying in America. That's Tesla. So you're stuck with that whether you like it or not. In China, there's a plethora of EV makers you could choose from. Furthermore, I'm buying a used car. So I'm getting a used battery that's not easily changed out. Remember, it's not swappable. So to get it changed out, you got to pay a service fee. Even if they could swap it out, it'd be a pain in the butt. It's not going to be like driving it into a swap station. Secondly, to change that battery out is going to be expensive. It's going to be $10,000 to $20,000. So for people that say, well, Elliot, Tesla says they'll warranty the battery for the life of the car. Well, they only warranty it to 100,000 miles from what I've seen. If somebody knows different, please tell me. Maybe it's a little more than that. Even if it was 200,000 miles, that's still not the life of the car. The life of the car is however long I'm going to keep it. I would say 1,000,000 miles. That would be the life of the car. But let's just say, okay, you say maybe I buy the used car, maybe that battery will last me. But how do I know? How do I know? You don't know. With swappable technology, or the technology for the battery to be easily removed, I could at least take that used Tesla to a Tesla dealership and say, hey, can you test this battery? Can you take it out and test it, or even test it in the car? But if it was easily removed, they could take it out with the machine at the Tesla dealership or repair shop and test it and say, oh, you know what, this battery's not that good. We'll swap in a new one. Okay, and we'll give you the ability to pay for this new battery over time, which NIO already has that model set up to rent a battery and to easily remove it. So I'm getting kind of long-winded, but the moral of the story is, who cares? I mean, the fact that it's swappable it's a plus, but it's not gonna change whether I buy the car very much. It's a cool thing, but it's not gonna. The price, can I afford the car? Does it have some good features in it? I already know people here are so used to filling up with a gas tank to reach in, grabbing that handle and filling it up. Charging is a natural people do things out of habit. So pulling that thing out, the charger, plugging it in, it reminds people of a gas, pumping gas. So psychology wise, they adopt that quicker. Going into a charging station, I believe people would catch on quickly, but I could see people's resistance because they don't know what it is. They don't know how it works. They're like, oh, you're taking my battery out? I'm freaking out. People, you don't have to swap the battery. You just give me the cheaper car. If it's got a swappable battery, okay, I'll take it. It's got a swappable battery, cool. I never have to swap it in my entire life if I don't want to. Damn, people are hard-headed. I don't get people comparing swap to charging when a NIO can do both. You never have to swap it. So quit your whining. Don't swap it. Jesus. It's crazy to me. It's insane.